This video is for business leaders and self-leaders who want to leverage the power of attention to maximize their effectiveness and success. So this is really a matter of the difference between mindful of rather than mindful is. Instead of focusing on the definition of what mindfulness is, I'm going to probably do another episode on that because I've tried this and it's not working in this context. It's going to take too long. Being mindful of something is something that happens in a moment. Right now, I am being mindful of what I'm going to say to you. And because I'm being mindful of that, what I'm speaking about, I cannot pay attention to other things. So that's really what mindfulness is. It's taking your attention and focusing it on a particular thing over a period of time. So by being mindful of specific things habitually on a daily basis, that becomes or can become the establishment of a mindset. So growth mindset versus fixed mindset, Carol Dweck's work is talked about a lot, and I really love it because as a teacher I know it's true within genetic and physiological limits, but we won't talk about that either. Here's the thing. The only difference between a mindset, and this is my own definition, but I believe it would be supported by others, I hope, and that is the only difference between a mindset and being mindful of is habit or continuity. So if you want to develop a certain mindset, a mindset is basically the habitual mindfulness of a specific thing or belief over time, which may, and this is a key point, may or may not be true. So in other words, if you're religious and you believe in God, you see God in everything. But if you're Hindu, you see maybe Vishnu in everything. If you don't believe in any specific deity, you don't think deities exist, you see rules of science or rules of physics in everything, which is who I am. I'm an optimistic nihilist. Nothing means anything, but that's good because we can choose the meaning we have, which loops right back to what I'm saying today, which is by habitually being mindful of the things that are important, that serve us, and this is an important point because this is less about whether it's true or not, but whether it serves us. But we have to be very careful because it has to not only serve us, but it has to not, in a greater sense, harm us or others. So in other words, if your belief is something about that anybody who believes differently than you is bad and they must be forced to believe in you, while that may serve whatever's going on in your head, that is harmful and not, in the larger sense, a useful or productive mindset to have. So for example, recently I've been struggling with having to change my schedule and my business, and in ways that I don't necessarily want to do. But I went down a path where I started being very mindful, what's something called catastrophizing, of all the bad things that could happen several months from now, but they weren't true or aren't true yet. But by focusing on them, my mind went to very dark places, and this can happen to anybody. But by changing my mindset or changing what I'm mindful of, what is not necessarily true or not yet true, and looking at what could be true, so by staying mindful and habitual to those thoughts that serve you best and help you achieve your goals best, unless there is literally something about them which defies physics or science, is totally good, is totally beneficial to you. You choose the belief that serves you, that doesn't defy the rules that you can observe. So you'll never find me mindfully or in the mindset of planes cannot fly, because regardless of how hard I believe that, planes are flying all the time. So this is really what it comes down to, is be mindful daily of that. Now, this could even just be your meditation, but be mindful daily of that which you want to happen. I'm not talking about manifesting through quantum causation, because that's just a fantasy. But be mindful of what you want, and more to the point, how you can achieve that, what actions you can take, and focus on that. And when, just like meditation, you get drawn away to something else that is distracting or undermining your ability and confidence to do that, it's not serving you. So bring your mindfulness back to, be mindful of that which serves your purposes and supports your purposes to achieve your goals in whatever it is that you want to do, whether that's business or personal life. So I have a couple videos to recommend to you here. And one of them, I actually was going to do playlists. And I'm embarrassed to say I have not yet learned how to merge playlists. I have 2 mindfulness playlists combined. They have 38 or 40 videos, all of which touch, usually indirectly, but specifically on mindset or mindfulness. Sorry, these are mindfulness lists. So the 2 recommendations I have for you is Destination Manifestation, which addresses the difference between sort of mystically believing things will happen if you think of them, which is not true, but also how being mindful of specific things will cause you to identify opportunities and to act towards success or towards a specific goal, which is objectively true. And the other one, which is on the different playlist, is The Power of Regret book review by Daniel Pink, which he's kind of promoting the heck out of right now on social media, but it is an excellent book, and he makes some brilliant insights in there that, instead of just being mindsets or mindful beliefs that you have, he has proven the objective truth across a large sample of people who participated in his study about regret. So it's really worth checking that out too. So if anything I've said today has been useful or beneficial, if you have any questions, please like, share, subscribe, comment, or reach out to me directly, and I would love to hear from you. If I can answer your question, I will. If I can't, I will refuse to lie to you. I will either tell you I don't know, or I will hypothesize and state it as such. Lastly, essentially this whole thing, and I know this is repeating myself, is that this is Crush It 171. Create mindsets through daily mindfulness of that which serves your goals and you can act on. My name is Tim B. Green. Bye for now.